Hey, Deanna. What's up? Hey, everybody. Make sure y'all come in and hit the like button. Thumbs up the live, please. Hey, thumbs up the live. Hey, Joyce. Hey, Miss Gent. Is it Miss Gentry? Miss Empath. Shabakaba. Oh, Lord. Y'all, these names. Oh, my God. Chupacabra. I'm trying. I promise I am. I'm trying. I hate to get people's names wrong. Hey, Doreen is blessed. Hey, how you doing? Good seeing you too. Thanks for tuning in this evening. Thank you, Joyce. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. I just got the notification that you shared the live. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody make sure you come on in, share the live, click the like button. Thank you. Please and thank you so much, y'all. I don't even know how to start this off. Y'all see the title of the live. We're going to be discussing somebody that a lot of people like and a lot of people don't like. And everybody have the rights to their own opinion about anybody on this YouTube platform who puts their self out there in front of all of us to see and hear and witness from day to day. So everybody has a right to their own opinion. You said you've been trying to make sure I do that for all of life. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sean, for sharing the live out. I appreciate that, you guys. There's been a lot of conversations ever since Mz Gina, Queen of Talk, who most of y'all know is in our sector. This week, well, lately, actually, there's been several people that have received speculation about cash apps, super chats, asking for money to pay bills or whatnot. And, a lot of what I've been hearing, and I listen to everything. I watch, I listen. I watch Five Babes live. I watch Tracy's live. I watch Jay Wilson's live. I watch VS. I watched a whole lot of people live. I came across people that I never even heard of who are talking about Mz Gina. And I'm like, who is that? I ain't never heard of these people. How they know about Mz Gina? But anyway, so a lot of people already are speculating about people when they act for money on these platforms, especially when the story doesn't seem to add up to everybody. And more than Mz Gina has been called a scammer. More than Mz Gina. I done heard Jay Wilson in the past was scamming for his booklet. I done heard Five Babe before was scamming when she was getting lawyer money and went out of town to Disney. I done heard Mz Gina done scammed. I done heard VS is a scammer. I done heard a lot of people in our sector, Wiley, all kind of people in here get that title scammer. They get that title scammer. And I've been listening to everybody, and it's like, okay, as far as Mz Gina goes, I guess this particular incident where she was asking for money, this like went way left after she posted that picture. Hey, everybody. Hey, Sean. How's everybody doing? Thanks for tuning in. When she posted that picture regarding that car crash, and everybody, like, hearts went out to her, and everybody all of a sudden, especially people who got children, mothers, single mothers, fathers, everybody, people who don't even have kids, their hearts went out to Mz Gina immediately. And then, like, almost immediately after she posted that picture of that car wreck, which I'm going to put the link for a lot of people who don't know what's going on. I'm going to put the link in the chat. So let me put the link in here real quick. Okay, I just put the link in. So if you click that link, it'll take you to what a lot of people has been discussing, all day today, like all day today regarding Mz Gina. And what had happened was there was a crash on Interstate 8094 that closed 2 lanes for 3 hours on Monday evening. There was a car that was rear-ended by a tow truck. It was a silver sedan. It was hit by a tow truck that was towing a semi-trailer near the ramp to southbound Interstate 65. Now, there was a lady who was in the car. They said there was no visible signs of injuries, on the scene, but she was transported to Methodist Hospital. The person in the pickup truck, or the person in the truck, they said there was no injuries. There was no other persons that were injured, no other females, children, men, nothing. So the issue arose when nobody probably besides the people who live in that area knew about that wreck. That happened Monday. Then Tuesday morning, or the day after, Mz Gina, she had posted that she needed some money on her. And I didn't even see the video. I just heard about it because everybody was talking about it. And they said that she needed like $500 or something like that. And then she was having Cash App parties. And I remember one post she made that she was going to have Cash App parties till she get a vehicle. And then her computer had died. And then it was like a lot of stuff going on at the same time. So when this car wreck happened, when she told us that her son was just in a car wreck, and she posted that picture of that car wreck, which you can see at the link that I posted in the chat, really total. The car was like total. Thank God the female driver survived. I don't know how she survived that, because that car was demolished. So first of all, I thank God that the driver survived. And as far as Mz Gina's son, we haven't heard back from Mz Gina yet, from all the allegations and speculations and, people condemning her and everything since her last live, which was, I think, this morning, but she deleted it. But on her live this morning, because as soon as she had posted the pictures of the car crash, people were like, hold up, Mz Gina, I stay in that area, and this didn't happen to your son, this happened to somebody else, and I'm up there looking like at all the comments, like probably like everybody else, like, hold up, what? This happened yesterday. What? Like, everybody is like, no way Mz Gina wouldn't do that. No way Mz Gina, not Mz Gina, Queen of Talk, would do that. And then other people is like, well, she probably would because she's a scammer and all this kind of stuff. And again, people give that title to a lot of people in our sector. And I'm sure it's outside of our sector too. We ain't the only ones that fall on hard times, in our sector. So, everybody fall on hard times. So I'm not condemning nobody when they need a helping hand or a hand up, preferably a hand up than a handout, which is what a lot of people are speculating about Mz Gina. And I feel like really bad, because me personally have been following her for a while, and I just feel so bad. And I'm not like trying to be biased at all and say, y'all quit talking about her, she ain't did nothing wrong. That ain't me. I'm not going to be biased. I'm just like Jay Wilson. He had mentioned earlier, he had a live where everybody had called in and they were stating their opinions about what they thought about the situation. And a lot of people, and I was reading the chat and I was listening to the calls, and some of the people were like, we need to wait till Mz Gina, comes back and rebuttals everything that's being said about her. What's up, The Wrench? We need to wait until she comes back to rebuttal. But then people is like, well, she told us, what happened this morning, but the story to a lot of people did not add up. Like 1 + 1 wasn't equal in 2, and 2 + 2 wasn't equal in 4. And so one thing I want to say real quick before I carry on is I really hope and pray that Miss Gina's son is okay. If he was in a wreck, if he was truly in a wreck, I hope that he was okay. I hope all her children are okay. I hope he's safe and sound, no serious injuries. And if he was hurt, I wish him a speedy recovery and, all that. But it's like it comes down to money. It comes down to money and not asking for money. It comes down to how often we ask for money on here. It's like I heard somebody mention before, as far as a bum. If you were on the street and somebody walked up to you and they were a bum and they asked for some dollars, now I ain't gonna lie, I've been that person saying, do you want a cheeseburger from McDonald's? Are you really hungry? Do you need a job? Because you can wash my truck real quick, just like they be on them TV shows. Them crackheads be washing their windows, running out in the middle of the street. Do you really want to work for food? Or do you really want this $2 to go spend on a bag or a can? Now, a lot of people is like, well, I don't know why everybody's so mad at Mz Gina, regardless of how many times she asked for money. When you just giving the money, you should give money out of your heart. But my question is, if you give money out of your heart, do you still have the right to be upset if you think you got hustled? Or if you really giving from your heart, should you just be like, let God handle it and be done with it and let him be the judge and the juror and he do the due process? Like I titled this live, does Gina get due process? So I want to know, like, how y'all feel about that, because there's a lot of people on here that done stuff for change. I mean, like, okay, people were speculating that Phi Babe took money to go to Disney instead of getting a lawyer to fight VS. And people was saying that Jay Wilson lied about getting somebody to proofread, or whatever you call them people, his book. And it came out with 1,000,001 errors. And so what did he get to do with the money? They're like, oh, he took that cruise. So, it's a lot of things that go on here. And we speculate sometimes, like, did they really need the money for what they should? But again, my question is, if somebody asks for money, should you just give it out your heart and let the cards fall where they may? Or if you give it out your heart, do you have a right to complain if you think you were hustled? So that's my question to y'all. And I am going to open up the phone lines. And again, I'm going to post this link again so that you can see the picture that this whole stuff stemmed from. On the Sean, you said she lied to get folks money and got caught, period. And I listened to Phi Babe live. I don't know how many of y'all tuned into Phi Babe's live, but she had actually called the author of the story in the newspaper that had wrote the story about the wreck, the car wreck. She talked to her and she confirmed, who was in the wreck, how many people was in the wreck, where this photo came from. The author of the post in the newspaper said it came from the editor's sister. So the editor's sister sent the picture into the news department, and that's how they got the news department. And then a lot of people's like, well, Miss Gina said this came from somebody who wanted to alert her about her son being in a wreck, but she couldn't tell us where it came from. So it's like a lot of things wasn't adding up to people. Like, okay, first of all, the wreck was the day before from that picture. Second of all, you couldn't provide where the picture came from. Third of all, they were saying, like, I never rode an Uber before, but my sons have. And they have told me before that when you get in the Uber to go somewhere, like how she was saying she was going this way, then she told the Uber go that way. And it's like you can't like switch up in the middle of a ride. With an Uber, you got to go to your destination. Then you got to take a whole brand new Uber. So a lot of things people have reasons, to feel the way they feel, and again, I'm trying to be so not biased because again, I have followed Miss Gina for a while. I follow a lot of y'all. A lot of us follow a lot of people that a lot of people don't care for. You know what I'm saying? So I don't condemn nobody if they follow somebody I like, and as I like to be treated the same way. You said you gave Miss Gina $100 when she lost her job. The next day she was going to dinner. I was like, but it's okay. And see, that's the thing. That's why I said at the beginning, it's not always you asking for money. It comes down to how often, how much. You know what I mean? If you asking for money to get a car, to move, to get a computer, to get a TV, to go to the doctor, to get your nails done, to go take your child to get new glasses. I mean, when this stuff start, and I'm just putting stuff out there. I'm just putting stuff out there. You know, just generally. I'm just generally speaking here. But when you keep asking and asking and asking, people have a right to their opinions to feel like they might be dealing with a scammer. You said she said someone sent the picture to her, maybe she was being played. And that's another thought that, you know, people was having. Maybe somebody purposely sent that picture with her to mess with her. And again, we don't know, because since that live this morning, Babe says she told Mz Gina to take that picture down, because when Babe called the news company, the paper company, they told her that, you know, they could get in trouble for posting a picture on there, whether they're using it to get money or whether they lying about a story or trying to sway people with a picture that really had nothing to do with them or whatever they're talking about. So I think 5A mentioned that she talked to her and she told her behind the scenes to take that down. And, you know, when we went back over there, the picture was gone. That video this morning that everybody, people was going in on Miss Gina this morning. I couldn't help but feel bad, because I was like, I couldn't imagine being in her particular space, you know, and it's like a lot of people on here probably really do need help. And then the ones who really do need help, we got to give them a side eye. Like, you know, like you don't want to have nobody send you receipts or send you proof that your landlord is evicting you. Let me see the letter. Let me see a shut off notice on your utilities. Let me see, you know, your empty refrigerator. Let me see, you know, stuff like that. You, especially when it's somebody that you like, that you generally like, that you've been following for a while, that supports your channel like you support theirs. You don't want to give everybody the side eye like she could be lying, and some people could seriously need some help, you know. You said, I hate to say it, but no, play with a picture. I know I would know if that was my son and checked on him before. I agree. If my son was in a car wreck, like, and I done had a son in a car wreck before, and he called me hysterical. It was an ice storm here in the Midwest, and he called me hysterical. He slid on some ice. He hit somebody, and I panicked. It's icy as hell outside. I was ready to jump in my car and roll out, but I couldn't. I just sat here, and he said he's okay. They exchanging information, and he went on ahead to work. So I understand, you know, the panic that you feel when you think your child has been injured or in a car wreck or anything like that. That picture, and that's why this whole thing just blew up as fast as it did. It just blew up as fast as it did, because that picture, like some people are saying, if somebody sent you that picture, why can't you say who sent the picture? I was on somebody's channel earlier. Her name was Karen. I've never heard of her before. And I can't remember her last name, but I think her first name was Karen. And she was saying, you know, why can't you show your phone and show where the number come from, show the picture? And if somebody's playing games on you, anybody can call them and find out, you know, what the heck is going on. And I'm not telling her to do all that. Like Brother Jay said, Miss Gina ain't got to say nothing, but it looks worse when you don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? He said, what he actually said was what did he say? Oh my God. Basically, he was saying, if you say nothing, it's saying something. You know what I mean? I can't remember exactly what Brother Jay said, but it was like, if you don't say something, you're still saying something. Well, and people will take that, you know, however they take it. You know, they'll take that however they take it. Hey, Chestnut. Hey, Harley Q. You say, if you say loan, that's not asking to me. That's what I feel. I don't give. I don't get nothing in return. Me too, Doreen. Me too. Generally speaking, if I gave it because I had it, and I'm not going to expect anything in return. And I try to give from my heart. Like I learned a long time ago from people not paying me back. I learned a long time ago to not even expect it back. And if you can't give it, don't give it. Like somebody was on Brother Jay's panel or chat the other day, and he was having a Cash App party. He was having a Cash App party, which is new and different for him. But he was having a Cash App party, and some lady asked for her money back. And that's another reason why I don't do no Cash App parties over here. If you want to donate, in my description box, it has my PayPal, it has my Cash App, or you can super chat. It's like that. I don't sit on here. I ain't never sat on my channel and just gimme, or I need. And I won't have a Cash App party only because people who give immediately expect to receive, and most of them expect to get a paycheck from them Cash App parties, or they expect that if they giving money to somebody, they gonna get money back from a whole lot of other people, from those Cash App parties. Now, if you want to have a Cash App party on your channel, that is cool, fine, and dandy. That is cool, fine, and dandy. But you do, I hear it all the time where people be like, oh, I donated and nobody gave anything to me. But I gave money like $5 here, $5 there, $5 there. With them Cash App parties, they're not really structured. And when you really think about it, when people are giving people money and people giving money back to them, it kind of seems like it still breaks even, don't it? Unless you giving somebody 50 and they giving you 5, then somebody else then came up. But if you like giving everybody only $1 or $5 and everybody else doing the same thing, it's kind of like breaking even. Like it, either nobody's really making no money and people gonna complain, or somebody's making more money than the other person and people still gonna complain. So that's why I don't do them Cash App parties and whatnot. Hey, the real Brooklyn. Hey, how you doing? Let me read some of these comments because I've been going on and on. Sean Bradley said she lied. Okay, I read that. Miss Boyd said, don't be lying for the coin, just panhandle like the rest. Cash App party all weekend. Oh, that's also Miss Boyd. Cash App partying all weekend and begging all week. What's the ranch talking about? Do you think Gina needs to show a picture of her son in the hospital? Oh, the ranch. I thought about that. And I'm not going to say, I can guarantee you that probably 90% of the people in our sector who know about this story and who knows about what's going on or been watching everybody's lives, I guarantee you probably 90% of the people would like that to happen. They would like her to show receipts that her son was really in a car wreck or that he was really in the hospital. Or, a matter of fact, on the post that she took down, with the picture of the car, somebody in the chat, their name was like something gamer or something. They was like, thanks for helping my brother, or no, thanks for praying for my brother or keeping us in prayers. So I think that was one of her children who was saying, thanks for praying for my brother. So that comment right there kind of made you think like, okay, was her child really in a wreck and it's just, just the wrong picture at the wrong time that had nothing to do with this? And again, Brother Jay is like, some explanation needs to be had. A lot of people feel that way, not just him, but people feel that way. Even 5'8", and who some people, like, and some people don't like. But after she called the lady at the newspaper company station, she said that she took her wrench. And she said, Miss Gina, could you please remove my wrench as well? So it's like a lot of people want an explanation and feel like they deserve an explanation because of the fact it's all about the picture. The picture is what took it there. If there was no picture, we would have no reason to believe, well, maybe some people would still probably believe that it was she was doing a scam or something like that, you know, clout chasing, or getting clicks and views or something like that. But if the picture wasn't put out there, I'm sure some people would have immediately just thought, yeah, her son is an accident. We need to pray. We need to stop what we're doing and start praying for Miss Gina's son and make sure everybody's okay. Him and the other passengers or the other car, if there was no picture. But the fact that we saw a picture that happened from the day before, from a totally entire situation, that again brings us back to, should we receive an explanation or not? Should we receive receipts or not? Like the rent said, do we deserve to get receipts? There's a lot of people who are saying they want their money back. And that's why I was saying earlier, if you donate money to somebody and you really doing it with your heart and out of love, or, from your heart, can you complain if you think that money isn't spent the way it was supposed to be spent? Or should you just chop it up, and, let the cars lie where they lie? But I will not say anything because I have nothing nice to say. Oh, Betty White. Ooh, Betty White. You said, I popped in on somebody's Cash App party out of curiosity. There was a lot of fake profiles in there. She claimed to have sent me something and suggested I send some to others. See, I've been to a few Cash App parties over on Mz Gina's channel. It's been a while, but I've been to a few of them. And I popped in, look around, support each other. I mainly went in there to support each other, to support each other's channels, because she does have, networking parties as well. And sometimes she combined them. So I could go in there and network and all that kind of stuff. Because usually if anybody follows me, y'all know that I'm on live like every single day doing videos. So sometimes I don't have time to watch every single person's video. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to watch every single person's video because I'm watching TV shows. I'm running around checking the news, checking the media, trending news, to do content on my own channel. So sometimes I'll just jump in, do a little networking, and then, say hi, speak to everybody, stay for a while, and then I'm out. So that's just what I do when it comes to the Cash App parties. You said simply because Gina, I feel that an explanation is needed because I was in the line when she asked for the 500 and I cashed out her immediately because she said that she needed the money then. Right. And then I think she said she needed the money before her son, before she found out that her son was even in a car wreck. So it's just some things aren't making sense to a lot of people. And I've been following her for almost a year, I think. And she supported my channel. I supported her channel like I support a lot of you guys' channel in the chat. But I still feel kind of bad because I'm like, dang, if her son is really in a wreck and this was just a mistake, a lot of people is going in on her. And that's why, again, I titled the chat, does Mz Gina get due process? So a lot of people, from what I'm hearing from you guys, you feel like she needs to come back online, because this morning, I don't know if she was all over the place, because again, as a parent, if your child gets hurt or you hear they injured, you just be, your head, your mind, your thoughts, be everywhere. And sometimes you're not saying the right things or making a lot of sense. And that video this morning did not make a lot of sense to a lot of people. So maybe, Brother Jay is right. No comment or not saying something is still saying something, and some people is giving her the benefit of doubt and they don't even want to touch this subject. But I'm like, I'm gonna touch this subject because of the fact it's a lot of people out here going in on Mz Gina. And again, I'm being trying to be as biased as I can, so I'm not condemning those who are going in. There's people talking about leaving her channel, people talking about I want my money back. 5Babe done snatched her wrench back. She don't want her to be a moderator anymore. She don't want her channel to have anything to do with anybody who might be a scammer. So, you know, everybody again has their right to their own opinion as far as this goes. You said she did say that she needed the money like yesterday. Yeah, you right, Bama girl. Hey, Bama girl. I don't know if I spoke to you when you came in. Cynthia Jones, how you doing? Just Net, how you doing? But yeah, so if anybody wants to call in, I can post the call in line. Let me see. Hey, DC12. I didn't see you come in. Deanna Irwin. I can't remember if I spoke to you, love. It's a lot of people in here. So if I didn't see you, charge it to my head, not my heart. Okay, I'm about to put the phone number in. Okay, the call-in number is 605-475-4074. Access code 759-359. That's the call-in number if you want to call in. And if you want to state your opinion. Again, I heard what a lot of people are saying on Brother Jay's platform and on 5A's platform and on other people's platform. And some people deserve that she deserves due process. Like, she deserves to, you know, come to us and let us know, you know, exactly what happened. And hold on 1 second so I get my charger cord, if I can find it. Okay, let me read some comments. You said, oh, I got to scroll all the way back down. 1 second. You said, what did she do with the 500? I don't think she got 500, Betty White. Miss Jenner, you said you never seen a 5Babe live or video. Really? You never seen 5Babe? She's pretty popular in these parts. You said 5 needs to look in the mirror, Sean. Betty White. She said on her live this morning that she got like 200 and I think she said like 220. I think like $220. So she didn't get 5. Well, that's what she said. She said she didn't get 5. Hey, Leslie. Hey, how you doing? I'm just going back reading some comments. Cynthia, you said, wow, she never sent it. The picture, Just Ness said, the picture looks so devastating. I don't understand why YouTube could even come across her mind. I honestly would, I would have been dropped everything. I would have been, I don't think I could have, I don't think I could have barely made a phone call. I barely made a phone call and called somebody. I know YouTube, I know I probably would not have gotten on YouTube. And I just know that because there has been things that has happened to me, not as devastating as a wreck like that, but where my kids needed me or something, and I just, YouTube was like the last thing on my mind, you know. But, you know, again, I'm not condemning because it's been times where I done been on Facebook, though, and I made a post, but I just didn't go live. Like, please pray for something. Like when my mother passed a couple of years back, as soon as I knew it was getting close to that time, yeah, I made a post on Facebook. Please pray for my mom, family, and friends, you know, you know, but I didn't go live and was like, you know, you don't be in your right mind as it is and trying to even create a post. You like trying to find the words to write, because sometimes you don't want to put too much, you don't want to put too little. But one thing I also learned on this platform is you have to be careful about the business that we tell each other on here, because when you tell too much of your personal business, it sometimes can backfire on you. Like if you're always talking about, being without, or always needing help, or, needing money from people, you have to just be careful, because when you do that, then we end up in this place where we are now, where people are thinking that this person is a scammer or dishonest or untruthful. So you kind of have to, like, sometimes it's like, I don't care how high my bills are, especially that cable bill. Especially the cable bill. And I have to keep cable. I got cable. I got the Fire Stick for one. Yes, I have that too. The cable, the Fire Stick. I got Netflix. I got Hulu. And because I do TV reviews and TV shows and stuff like that. So I have to pay all them bills every single month. I also work from home 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So I have to have my high-speed internet, the highest speed. I have to have the highest speed internet, because I have to do so many disability claims in an hour every single day. So there are certain bills that I have to pay all the time. And like my internet bill is almost as important as my light bill or my car payment. Because without them two, I can't work without my lights, and I can't work without my internet. But if no matter how big the bill is, when you always coming online telling people about your financial situations, it makes people look at you sideways. There's times when I've been on here, I'm like, okay, let me see. Who do I got to rob? Peter or Paul? Who I got to rob? Mark, Luke, Thomas, John? Who do I got to rob to pay this bill? Times be like that for people. But the last thing I'm going to do is to get on here, because as soon as you do that, it only takes one time. It only takes one time for people to look at you sideways because of what's going on in this hood of YouTube that some people call the Section 8 sector. And I don't call it the Section 8 sector. That's just what I heard somebody say about the Section 8, in this sector of YouTube. Because I don't think everybody on here puts out negative vibes on here. Not like if you're on Section 8, that's negative. Don't get me wrong, because I done been on Section 8. I done stayed in the projects. I grew up in the projects. I done lived in the hood, and I still stay what they call this around me. Some people still consider this the hood from back in the day. It's changed a little bit over the years, but I still stay in the hood. So, I didn't receive, when my kids were little, WIC, vouchers, food stamps, all that. People sometimes need a hand up. You need a hand up. But when you're always asking for a handout, you can't be upset when people look at you side-eye. You just can't. And it only takes one time to come on here and say, I need, can you help? And people is going to look at you sideways and be speculating. And, oh, Lord. Hey, Tex Coco, how you doing? You open yourself. Exactly, Doreen. Let me highlight your comment. You open yourself up to ridicule as soon as you ask for help. And you could really, really need it. And you could really not be scamming either. But it happens so often over here in our sector. It's like, dang, every day somebody, I need this, I need that. People on here faking suicides and, all kind of stuff, seeking sympathy from people on YouTube, on social media. So I don't know. And I listened to, I heard, who was that in Brother Jay chat? Lockhead. She's one of those other controversial people. Some people like her, some people don't. Lockhead, but she did say something that hit home with me. It hit home with me because when she said something about working 3 jobs to take care of her kids, that was me for like 6 months, 1 year. 6 months. I had got laid off, job was gone. That was when the real estate market hit, like went south in like 2008-ish. 2008 is when everybody was losing their homes. Real estate companies was closing. I used to do real estate for 12 years and I had got laid off. And I didn't have, enough money to make it by. And until the unemployment came through, because I signed up for unemployment right away, but I ended up finding a job before I even got my first check. Like, I ended up finding a job before I got my first check, but it was also in real estate, and then I got laid off again. So that's why after 12 years of real estate, I went totally, I'm like, I'm getting out of that area. I'm not going in real estate no more. You can make a lot of money there, but when the economy is down, the real estate market is not one to be in. But when I was laid off those multiple times in that year, I got 3 jobs. When I finally found work, I got 3 jobs. I got one job. It was at, where was it at? Dollar General. And then I had another job, and that was, I think that was Walmart. I was like, overnight, when you work overnight, they be having you put stuff on shelves. And I can't remember what the other job is. It was a temp job. And it was like checks. The checks would like go through a machine, and you have to type in the amount of the check and the check number. Cause I'm real good at typing. I do like 16. I said 60. I do like 16,000 numerical numbers, keystrokes per, hour. So I'm really fast in typing. So I had like 3 jobs. I worked 3 jobs, and my mom had to keep the kids when they got out of school. I hardly saw them, but it was a sacrifice that I made working 3 jobs. So that's why when Lockheed said that on Brother Jay's channel, that hit home, because right now I work 2 jobs. I've been working 2 jobs, and don't judge me. I done heard people say before, why you work 2 jobs? It couldn't be me. I ain't working no 2 jobs. People do what they gotta do. I'm a single parent. I will work 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and slang cakes, because I am a personal custom cake decorator. For y'all who don't know, I do live cake decorating on my channel. At least 2 or 3 times a month, I do live cake decorating on my channel. So I got 2 jobs. I slang cakes. I'm on YouTube. So technically speaking, I got like 4 jobs. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And that's what I'll continue to do before I get on here and tell you guys my light bill is like $200. I mean, again, no judgment. If you feel like you have to get on here and ask for money from people, hey, Denaya. Hey, they call me the cake queen, the cake lady, all that kind of stuff. Everywhere I go, are you the cake lady? But yeah, so you do what you got to do for your family. And so I don't condone anybody who works 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 jobs. But again, like she said, when you put your business out there for everybody on YouTube, we can't get upset when people speculate and question our real intentions. But again, like I said in the beginning, when you give, either give it from the heart or don't give it all. Because we really don't know. Like the people on YouTube who we think we really know, we really don't know. Y'all really don't know me. Y'all really don't know me. Now, what y'all can say about me 100% is I'm a personal custom cake decorator. I decorate cakes live in front of y'all while talking to y'all. From wedding cakes on down. So that's one thing y'all can say about me, but y'all cannot say what I do in my spare time outside of that, how I raise my kids, what kind of parent I am. Y'all can't testify to none of that. Now, some people on here, they communicate behind the scenes, they talk to people, they get kind of close to people, and you do learn a little bit more about people that way. But from what I've seen from being on YouTube for like a year and a half, it's only a few people on here that got my personal home phone number. Only a few people, like 2. And one of them is in this chat. We just talked the other day. But you have to be careful what information you put out there, whether it's about your bills, how much your bills are, personal, your personal situations, whether it's about your family, your relationships, because people is going to speculate. So I hope this is like, a learning moment, like a learning moment for those who might think about coming on here and saying, I need help or I need this. And again, no judgment to the people. If you have to come on here and get help, do it. But don't be surprised if people want to see proof that you're really using the money for what you're saying you're using it for, because there's too many people on here who feel like, they can come on here all the time and ask, and then get upset when people be like, oh, this person is a scammer, they a beggar, they this, they that. So that's my thing. Is that Nightbot? Now Nightbot want to come into my chat, and I ain't seen Nightbot come into my chat in like 3 months. I didn't even think I had Nightbot anymore. Let me time Mr. Nightbot out. Shoot. Hold on. Let me go over here. Let me time the Nightbot out. Okay. Because he's hiding some comments that aren't that bad. Okay. YouTube, Y2 Streets, I don't know who they is. They all of a sudden come in my chat this particular time. But yes, so everybody though, as far as the due process goes to Mz Gina, I'm hoping that she will come back online and she will, put everybody's minds at ease. But like Brother Wilson said, she don't have to explain anything. She don't have to explain anything to us. As far as her son is concerned, I really, 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 truly hope that he's okay, that he's safe, that he's at home, that there's no serious injuries, because mother to mother, I wouldn't wish nothing bad on anybody's child, or even on them in particular, even if you don't care for the person. The human nature inside of people, shouldn't want anything to happen to anybody, generally speaking, especially if they ain't really done nothing to you, But that's just my opinion on everything that's going on. I hope everything's okay with Mz Gina all the way around, It's just, it puts a lot of people in a bad situation, because some people, are kind of hurt because they're thinking, this can't be right. This can't be right. This can't be a scam. This can't be a scam. So a lot of people who really care for Mz Gina, kind of feel hurt, like they've been lied to. So, in the end, I'm going to wait, and I'm just going to see, if she speaks out, she speaks out. If she doesn't, she doesn't. We can't force people's hand. We can't force people to get on here and give us an explanation. She explained this morning, but to some people that wasn't good enough, her explanation this morning. But we can't force people to explain anything to us, That's just how it is on YouTube. You can't force people to give. You can't force people to give you money back either. You can't. Who was that? I can't remember what YouTuber said that. If you give me money, I'm not giving you nothing back. You said I have seen Nightbot work properly. That fool has to be trained. Yeah, nobody wishes ill on her son. Nobody wishes ill on her son. Yep. And I think it was her 22-year-old, I think. And I have a 22-year-old. My oldest son is 22-year-old. So, if anything happened to her son, my heart goes out to her son. I hope all is well. I hope everything works out okay. I hope this whole situation works out okay for everybody. And I hope that, you know, people will give her a chance to explain. Like, you know, like some people said, maybe somebody sent her the picture and they sent her the picture on purpose because they wanted people to, you know, go at her that way. But we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. But overall, again, I hope that everything is okay with her and her family and her son. I don't know who this YouTube street. I ain't never seen that person, YT Streets. But anyway, he said, "What's the topic? You boring, Sean. Why you send us over here? You ain't gotta stay over here." You ain't gotta stay over here. Shoot, get on your own platform, make you a video. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off of here because my shows is coming on soon, and I'm gonna do some reviews later tonight on some TV shows. So yeah, tell it. I hear you. You said I don't even watch, but felt bad. So did I. I felt bad. I really feel bad, and I still feel bad. I honestly do. But anyway, you guys, make sure before you head out, you like this video. If you feel the need to subscribe to my channel, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the notification as well on your way out. Yes, Chupacabra. Yes, no judgment. Blessings to her, her son, her family, her whole household. And on that note, on Chupacabra's note, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.